What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's how I do this song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. This what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitch was I thought Lil Bird was gonna turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitch was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Oh, Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yala Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. If you have my DMs, I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Well, hello. How art thou? How is everyone today? Yes. I'm glad everybody is here. Yes. Yeah, glad everybody's here. Glad to see everybody. Today is Monday. It's gonna be a short week for me, y'all. I leave to go out of town on Thursday, and then I'll be down in Miami all weekend, and then we have Really B's birthday all next week. So listen, let's get it in now. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna make it do what it do, and then we'll and then we'll keep it moving. I hope y'all are having a phenomenal Monday. It's good to see y'all. Let me post this on the socials. Let me post this on Instagram that we are live. I don't want people to think that we not posting. Hold your line. Let me hold your line. We got some things to talk about today. We got some things to talk about today. Got some things to talk about. Let me post this out. Um all right. Hold on. Let me put it on the channel. Um no, that's not what we want. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. All right. Okay. Um All right, there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. What is up? What is going on, y'all? We are live. We are live. Today is Monday, June 24th, and we are here to report on all of that. Oh, I got Silly Saturday up there. That's why people was like, it's not Silly Saturday, El Teddy. Why is Silly Saturday still up there? I apologize. No, it's not Silly Saturday. Because, yeah, that's my bad. Let me say hey to y'all. Hey, Marla Morris, thank you for becoming a member. Don't forget to send me a message on Instagram so that I can add you to the members only chat. Because the members only chat is where it's at. But thank you so much for joining our membership. Thank you for being a part of it. And brace yourself for the insanity that is the members only chat. Hey, Diamond Pearl Jim, Tracy W, what is going on? Cajun, where you been hiding? We ain't seen you in a minute. What you been hiding? You been skipping my class, Cajun. I ain't seen you in like a week or so. Where you been hiding, Cajun? Y'all, I got this new sugar-free Red Bull. It is still watermelon, but it's sugar-free because that was the only one they had. Well, it wasn't the only one they had. I just didn't feel like going back down the aisle, so I got the one that was in like the little cooler at the cash register. I didn't feel like walking back there no more, so I just got that one. It's all right. It ain't nasty, but it ain't quite like my regular watermelon with the sugar. But yeah, Cajun, you been skipping my class. Where you been hiding at? Huh? Where you been hiding? The people wants to know. Where have you been hiding? I done had this like this for a long time. I want to change up. Yeah, let me change up and do that. Okay. Hey, Volvo. Hey, Cookie. Hey, El Cid. So Jeff, what's up? Cam's, there go my boo. Cam, y'all see Cam's be doing me so wrong. Can y'all put in the chat to tell Cam's stop doing me so wrong? Cam's know he is my boo and my husband in my head. He be doing me so wrong. He be neglecting me, y'all. God. Hey, David, what's going on, David? We about to have a good time today. David, we about to have a good time today. Samira, how are you, my love? Tanya, there go my boo. Hey, Tanya, boo. How you doing, Tanya? Mamiana, how are you? How you doing? Therese, how are you, my sister? Ina, how are you? Montrez, what's good, bruh? Miss Baythang. I hope you're having a wonderful day today, Miss Baythang. I popped in for a spell and sat silently. I miss you. Thank you, El Cid. Tell it. Can I get y'all to tell people in the chat? Tell Cabs stop doing me wrong. Lord. Hey, E Starkey. I ain't seen you in a minute, boo. So glad to have you over here. We about to have a good time today. We about to have a good time today, y'all. As we always do. We normally have good times over here. I tried to tell somebody the other day. I said, we have a good time over here. If you are missing out on all of the fun and hilarity that we have over here, it's your fault, not mine, because we have a real good time over here. Right? What's going on, Gabby? Y'all ready to get this party started? Busy got a whole husband over there. You do realize Busy got a whole husband over there. You do realize that, right? Like, you go over to Busy House with that foolishness if you want to, and you might get dealt with by his husband. Um, the fact that you're not in my bed cuddling me and laying your meat in the small of my back every day is what bothers me, Cams. Hello, hello, cha, yeah. Cams ain't got no husband over there. He got some trick over there. Act like they doing something. I ain't got nothing to do with whoever he playing around with, frolicking with right now, till he, remembers who I am and come lay up in my bed. What's going on, Xavier? Xavier, you walked in on your big bruh over there doing me wrong like he always do. Cams, he be doing me so wrong. Hey, Cassandra. Hell, say we don't need to know what he do for you. Girl, hey, Sharice. Yeah, some of the trick he got up there, so Jeff, I ain't got time for it. Child, girl. Anyway, we gonna start off today with our sugar spike moment. Our sugar spike segment today. I don't wreck homes. Baby, I'll do what I got to do. I just take the milkshake, sit it in the yard, and the rest is history. I just take the milkshake, sit it in the yard. The rest is history. These things happen. Child. Okay, Cams, me and DeBay ain't together no more. That was years ago, Cam. Let's not do this, Cams. Let's not do this. Me and DeBay ain't together no more. I just talked to him a couple days ago. Anyway, but we ain't together. He ain't DeBay no more. He was DeBay, and he did make me get off camera. I mean, he did make me get off the live, but he can't do that no more. He can't. He come over here right now. I look at him like, and you can sit over here and watch. Child. I ain't said we don't still be getting it together. Listen, that big baseball bat that he got between his legs, if he comes within the, vicinity, we might, the round, the round, the round cog may fit in the round hole and it might go like that. I'm just saying. I ain't no trad wife now. That we are not. Xavier. Child, it's a whole baseball bat over there. So, Jeff, let me tell you, a whole ass baseball bat. Child, the fact that my internal organs are still active and functional right now is surely an act of God, because the way they were getting displaced by that young man, child, girl. And then you want to go having sex for hours. Girl, I can't hold up. Listen, I'm not doing this. Listen, after hour number 2, it's time to tap out. I can't do it. After 2 hours, listen, I ain't got nothing else for you. I ain't got nothing else for you. Trollop, strumpet. Child. David Clay, listen, we was dealing with a whole baseball bat. Child, he over there in North Carolina now, and the boys be over there fiending and fawning for him all the time, because he, child, ooh, he be like, when you coming up, when you moving over here, child, I'm not moving over there with you. He's a Taurus. Him and Tracy C got the same birthday. He's so dangerous for me. He's so dangerous for me. That's why I try to stay away from him. He's dangerous for me. Just dangerous. Anyway, we're supposed to be on our sugar spike segment. This is not how my body was accosted over and over and over by a baseball bat. This is not about that. I haven't heard the word strumpet in a long time either, E. Starkey. Only Cams would unsheath that word. Hey, Ravine, what's going on, boo? How you doing over there? They do have the best sex. So Jeff, I ain't gonna even lie. I can't even lie on them. Them Tauruses, baby, they will fuck your soul. I need you to wander into danger, into the danger. Go to the baseball diamond. I'm not going over there. Mm-mm. Hey Nessa, what's going on, boo? Nessa, I will be in town Thursday night until early Tuesday morning. More so like Thursday night until Monday night, because my flight is at like 5 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday morning. So I'm not gonna even consider Tuesday. But just holler at me. We'll get together. Give her a hug. All right, I will. I did tell someone to not be a fast tail the other day, child. Child. Are you invited where? Okay. Listen, we got a whole dossier to get through. Let's focus. Let's focus. Child. Tauruses are dangerous. I'm trying to tell you, Ravine. You better tell the people Tauruses are dangerous, baby. Listen. Baby, and then what's so sad is they will fuck your soul and just walk away like nothing happened, like it's just a regular day, like it's nothing to see here, nothing happened. You over there riding in ecstasy, rethinking your whole life, and they don't went on like it's just another day and went on to the next person, child, to snatch their soul out of them. Because see, y'all not gonna let me focus. Where's Larry? Hey, CK Amelie. Listen. Chat. Right. LC be like one more soul. Snatched up, girl. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary gender conforming members of our audience, it is now time for your Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So long now, I want to fight. That he gave, his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus! Major sugar spikes. We got a few sugar spike segments today. So just brace yourself. Hey, Tracy W. We got a few sugar spike moments today. So let's brace ourselves. In our first story, this is from the great state of Maryland. Now, we chronicled the primary victory by Angela Also Brooks. We talked about that on this channel. She is now the Democrat nominee for the U.S. Senate seat out of the great state of Maryland. She's actually running against the former governor of Maryland, right? Well, as is typical, she has her campaign signage and so forth up. And what do we come across? Vandalism of the worst kind. Now, this sign was found in Laurel, Maryland. Was found in Laurel, Maryland, in the 13,000 block of Laurel Bowie Road. And you can see it has KKK on it, and then it has a bullseye right on her forehead. A campaign spokesperson for her said that they are aware of the sign and said, quote, "We were made aware of this very unsettling incident, and our paramount concern is Angela's safety. However, this sort of hateful threat will not deter Angela or her campaign. Police are investigating the matter." End of quote. Her opponent, former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, also addressed it. He said on Twitter, quote, "Hate threats of violence and racism must be condemned in the strongest possible terms. They have no place in Maryland. End of quote. Um, listen, I keep trying to tell y'all, excuse me, it does not matter. Red state, blue state, yellow state, green state. The racism is everywhere. Now, Maryland is one of the bluest of blue states. However, the racism is ingrained into the fabric that are these yet to be United States of America. There's no getting away from it. There's nowhere in this great country of ours where you can go and you can get away from racism. I don't care where you are. It is everywhere. And this type of stuff will continue for as long as I'm alive. I don't know about after I, done went on to the great beyond, but as long as I'm alive, racism is going to be a part of the fabric of what this country is, and that's unfortunate. I'm just saying. Cam, when I say the great state of, yeah, it's about to be some fuck shit and fuckery. So we're not surprised. I know she's probably beefing up her security detail and making sure that the places that she goes where they have surveyed the area and stuff like that. This is a direct threat. This is a direct threat to this woman's life, and all she's trying to do is afford herself the democratic process. It's unfortunate. But I know this is not going to deter her. I know this is not going to deter her. I know this is not going to make her, go into a corner and be afraid. She's going to continue to be vigilant. She's going to continue to go out and campaign and do what it is that needs to be done. And we applaud her for that. We are certainly rooting for her. We definitely want her to be to win that race and become. She has a hard race now. She has former Governor Larry Hogan is very well received, even though he's a Republican in a Democratic state. He's very well received by even Democrats in the state of Maryland. And so I know she has a tough campaign and race ahead of her, but we're still rooting for her and we hope that she wins. But races go to hell. In more sugar spiky news, so let's go over to the NFL. So the Buffalo Bills are in the news. Let me read this real quick to you. The Buffalo Bills of the National Football League announced its financial support for a hometown team in the National Gay Flag Football League, and the usual suspects are up in arms over the news. Quote, "We are excited to join the NFL and other clubs across the league in their support of the NGFFL. Through our sponsorship, we are looking forward to expanding the impact of the NGFFL in our community." End of quote. And that's coming from Michelle Roberts, Vice President of Community Impact for the Buffalo Bills. The news that the Buffalo Bills would support an LGBTQ plus flag football team struck a sore spot for former Bills wide receiver and currently struck a sore spot for former Buffalo Bills wide receiver and currently signed to the New York Giants, Cole Beasley. In a since deleted tweet using a since deleted profile, Cole Beasley responded to the news asking, quote, "But why?" End of quote. Users were quick with their opinions on the news and Beasley's reaction, with comments equally divided between those who support Beasley and those who find his comments inappropriate. The post also contained a significant number of homophobic comments. And if you go to the post, it's as bad as you can think. The homophobes and the bigots are out and about doing what the hell they do. Hey Danny, what's going on, boo? And first of all, you don't even play for the Buffalo Bills anymore, Cole Beasley. You play for the Giants now. If the Buffalo Bills want to give support to the National Gay Flag Football League, let them do that. If the New York Giants want to give support to him, let them do that. You and your bigotry and your homophobia just need to stay quiet. Let's just be honest. Let's just stay the fuck quiet. Shut the fuck up. Because let's be clear, a person like Cole Beasley, it doesn't stop with just because that's Cole Beasley who you see right there. That white guy right there, that would be Cole Beasley if you need him. But let me say this. If you think that his comments will stop with his homophobia, you're reaching. You're reaching. Cole Beasley, I guarantee you. Now he's as MAGA as it gets. Cole Beasley, I guarantee you, is as racist as it gets too. Because these people don't stop with just homophobia. Not these white guys like this. I can guarantee you, his history speaks to racism, but he keeps his ass quiet and silent about his racism because he knows he got to go into the locker room. And if he go into that locker room with some racism, then he will get his ass fucked up. He knows that. He knows full well if he walks into that locker room with some fuck shit, letting out his racism, he will get his ass fucked up. But he feels that he has cover in that same locker room in the NFL because there's this just belief that all athletes and especially within the NFL, which is the most manly of manly leagues, are also, joining in his homophobia. He seems to believe that he has cover and that most of his teammates are also homophobes with him. And that's really not the case. And I hope somebody in his locker room goes and checks his ass. Because the honest to God truth of it is everybody is not like you, sir. Everybody's not a bigot. Everybody's not a homophobe. And whether or not you want to believe it, there are people in your locker room right now that are gay. You may not know it. They may not tell you. They may not say it until after they've left the league. However, they are there. Hey, Jay Parrish. Did he get cut by the Giants? I thought he was still with the Giants. Child, let me check. Let me see. Cassandra. Let's see here. Current. Yeah, it said right now he's still currently with the Giants from what I see. Right now. He came out of retirement and signed he had retired. He signed with the Bills and then now he's with the Giants. From what I'm seeing, he's still with the Giants. If that changes, then I'll let you know. Well, let me know. So, yeah. Sir, we don't like people like you. We really don't. Go with God. This is a horrific story. Trigger warning, brace yourself. This is a horrific story. So I'm just giving you a trigger warning up front, okay? Trigger warning up front. I hate to bring you stories like this, but we have to continue to tell these stories because you don't hear them oftentimes in mainstream media, and stories that involve Black children oftentimes gets covered up. I'm not going to even read the headline. I'm just going to read the story for you, and I'll let you all go from there. A white couple in rural West Virginia is back behind bars after a judge revoked the initial bond and raised it to $500,000 apiece, more than double the amount they faced last year when police arrested the pair on charges of locking their adopted Black children in a barn and forcing them to work as slaves. That's the first sentence of the article. I don't know what y'all want me to do with that. That's the first sentence of the article. The very first sentence. Hey, too feisty. Donald Donald Ray Lance and Jean K. Whitefeather, both of Sissonville, were ordered to reappear in Kahan, Ka- Kahanwa County Court on June 11th, with more than 8 months after each posted a $200,000 bond following their arrest in October. At the time, police conducting a wellness check at the Cheyenne Lane home were shocked to discover two of the couple's five adopted children living in deplorable conditions, padlocked inside a ramshackle storage shed on the back of the property, which had no working lights or running water. The abused children were identified only as a 14-year-old boy and 16-year-old girl. A third child, identified as a 9-year-old girl, was confined to a loft inside the main house, away from the presence of the adults and isolated from her other siblings. And that's according to the police reports. At the initial court hearing in October, Lance and Whitefeather pleaded not guilty, and Kanawa, I can't pronounce this word. I'm going to say it's Kanawha County Circuit Judge Mary Claire Akers set bond at $200,000 each. The couple made bail in February and they were released to await trial. They remained free for several months, but in May, a grand jury indicted the couple on more than a dozen new charges, the most serious being human trafficking of a minor child, which prompted the judge to revoke the lower bond, ordering the couple held in lieu of $1 million. Quote, along with human trafficking and neglect, the serious risk of bodily injuries or death, I don't find the bond to be sufficient. End of quote. And that's according to Judge Akers. The upgraded charges include alleged use of a minor child in a enforced labor, child neglect creating a substantial risk or serious bodily injury or death, as well as false swearing and potential civil rights violations based on color, race, or ancestry. And that's all according to the court documents. The indictment suggests that three of the five adopted children were black and that the human rights charges stemmed from those children being specifically targeted and forced to work because of their race. A small toilet seat torn from an RV was placed in the barn for the children to share whenever they had to go to the bathroom. During the second bond hearing, Whitefeather explained that the barn where the children were found was a quote teenage clubhouse, end of quote, and maintained that the children were not actually locked inside. But neighbors disputed the claim, saying, quote, the children were forced to perform farm labor and were not permitted inside the residence, end of quote. When rescued, the 16-year-old girl informed deputies that they had been locked in the barn for approximately 12 hours and had not and had and had last eaten around sunrise. Both children appeared feral and dirty, reeking of body odor, while the boy had, quote, open sores on his bare feet, end of quote. All of this according to the court documents. The children told investigators they were forced to sleep on a bare concrete floor with no mattress or covers. The police remained at the house for 3 hours before Lance arrived home with an 11-year-old boy. When authorities checked the home for other potential victims, they found the 9-year-old holed up in the loft, and Lance was placed under arrest. About an hour later, Whitefeather returned home and guided deputies to another 16-year-old girl who was visiting with another couple from their church. During the latest bond hearing, Kanawha County prosecutors argued that the couple's original cash bonds were likely obtained through trafficking profits, pointing to the fact that the couple produced the $400,000 bond despite a lack of obvious means to do so. At the same proceeding, Lance and Whitefeather claimed they possessed no income or assets, raising questions about the source of the funds of their bonds. Kanawha County Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Christopher Krivoniak characterized the money posted for the couple's release as, quote, contraband directly or indirectly used or intended for use, end of quote, to violate human trafficking laws. In early February, the couple sold an 80-acre ranch in Tonasket, Washington for $725,000. And days later, White Feather's brother, Marcus Hughes, posted two bonds for $200,000 to release the couple from the South Central Regional Jail. Kravaniak said they have since sold their Sissonville home where they were arrested for $295,000. All those funds have been seized by the court as potential profits from human trafficking, rendering them inaccessible to the defendants. Prosecutors argue that even if the bond money came from legitimate sources, its use was intended to further human trafficking and forced labor operations. I can't even read no more. This is a goddamn mess. I don't know what y'all want from me. I don't know what y'all want from me. A mess. A complete and utter mess. The fact that they were even given a bond is, you know, is a travesty of justice right there. The fact that they were even given a bond. This shit is allowed to happen over and over and over with white people. They let them get out of jail. Oh, you need a bond. And so magically they got $200,000 a piece for bond. And you know they're involved in human trafficking of minor children. And you gave them a bond. These people have the money and means to do that. They told you they ain't got a job nowhere in America. So where the fuck they coming up with $200,000 a piece, except for the fact that they're trafficking children? I gotta move on because I might get triggered again, and I don't want to go off on a 30-minute rant. I might get triggered again. Let me go on before I get triggered again. But I needed to give this case some airspace to let y'all know that this is happening, and this is not the only case of this happening. That's why sometimes, and I'm not saying this for all adoption cases, however, I oftentimes get worried when our black children end up in the homes of white people, excuse me. And I'm not saying all white people are bad, but I do get concerned when that happens because you end up with fuck shit like this. And in most cases, it never gets reported on. Nobody ever finds out. And you have kids that ended up losing their lives or have irreparable damage done to them physically as well as mentally and psychologically. Well, Cold Card, they already are supposed to have mechanisms in place for foster kids and even adopted kids where, you know, either your child protective services or your Department of Children and Families or whatever state agency that's over it is supposed to go and do wellness checks and home visits where they literally put eyes on the children to make sure they're okay. But in many cases, it's not happening. It's just not happening. Or, you know, it gets lost in the shuffle and in the system. I don't know the numbers for that, Xavier. I can't say whether or not that's the case or not. Yeah, they're failing the children. They are failing the children. Absolutely. I gotta move on before I spike out. In more sugar spiky news, I'm trying not to spike out, y'all. I told y'all I had a few sugar spiky moments. I see. I can't even read the headlines no more. I'm just gonna read the story because if I read the headlines, then I'm gonna spike out and not even get to the goddamn article. Let me read this to you. A white male high school student in the great state of Kansas will spend 18 months in juvenile custody for his part in a racist attack on a black girl last year. We reported on this last year as well. The attack took place at Shawnee Mission East High School on November 15th, 2023. A now 16-year-old student was caught on camera hurling racial slurs at a fellow sophomore before the two got into a fight. Cell phone video that went viral showed the white male student saying, "Me, N word, me," and "What, N word, what," as both teens charged at each other in a school hallway. The black student lands a right hook and the pair go to blows. The video ends as teachers are seen rushing in to break up the students. According to the Kansas City Defender, the black student suffered a broken nose and had to go to a hospital for treatment. The white student suffered a concussion and an eye injury. Both students were suspended from school. The fight sparked local protests and massive school walkouts. Several students contended that the incident was a part of a pattern at the school that school administrators hadn't sufficiently addressed. Some community members, we reported on this, if you remember. Some of y'all might remember. Some community members also asserted that the girl was a victim of a hate crime since she confronted two white female students for using racial slurs and calling black people slaves before the fight began. The confrontation ended peacefully, but as the group parted, the white male students told the black girl to shut the fuck up. That's when the two rushed each other and the fight began. Despite the assertions that the assault was a hate crime, law enforcement only charged the white student with aggravated battery. The teenager, whom local reports identified as Nicholas Rosalie, pleaded guilty to aggravated battery causing great bodily harm last month in juvenile court. His father spoke to local news outlets in December and said that while the N-word is ugly, hateful, mean, and disrespectful, he didn't believe the incident was racially motivated. Really? You, the white father, got this white ass son of yours throwing the N-word out at a black young lady, but you're so quick to say that it's not racially motivated. Really? Girl, let me keep reading before I get triggered. He maintained that his son got into the fight to protect other students. No, sir, because the other student, when the black girl and the white girls got in the argument, that dissipated, and nothing happened after that. Happened after that. Your son decided to jump in the aftermath and involved himself in shit that didn't involve him. Girl, let me stop before I get triggered and start spiking out. The father went on to say, quote, "I'm upset my son hit a girl. That's one, but two. I was mad that he opened his mouth or anything of the sort because he should just wait and get a teacher." End of quote. The victim, Breonna Brown, said she was very happy to hear that Rosalie pleaded guilty in May. However, the trauma of the event forced her to transfer schools. Quote, it put us through a lot of stress, and it just made me feel like I wasn't safe anywhere. I would be at school in the hallways, and stuff. End of quote. And that's what the victim, Breonna Brown, said. They don't want to charge this young man with a hate crime. It is what it is. So he's just gonna spend like 18 months in juvenile hall. His daddy is gonna work to get his record expunged, and no more will be had of it. And they'll act like this never happened. They'll act like this never happened. They will act like this never happened. I'm telling you how this is going to go. Let me move on before I get. See, this is going to be this story right here that makes me spike the hell out. This is going to be the story. It's going to be this one or the next one that makes me spike out. That trash bag you see on your screen, that wouldn't be me. I'm talking about that lady with the, with the trench coat on. That would be Representative Anna Paulina Luna of the great state of Republican out of the great state of Florida. Oh, she got some things to say. Oh, she says she's taking action. Let me read this to you. Representative Anna Paulina Luna, Republican of Florida, will move within days to force a vote on having the House Sergeant at Arms forcibly bring Attorney General Merrick Garland before the House by holding him in inherent contempt over his refusal to turn over audio of President Biden's interview with special counsel Robert Hur. Representative Luna sent a letter to her colleagues Monday, that's today, saying she will call up her inherent contempt resolution in the next few days. When she raises the question of privilege, leaders will have to schedule action on the resolution within 2 legislative days. Her move follows House Republicans holding Garland in contempt of Congress earlier this month over his refusal to provide audio recordings from Biden's October interview with special counsel Hur about his handling of classified documents, which Republicans had subpoenaed. The Justice Department provided a written transcript of the conversation, and Biden has claimed executive privilege over the tapes. Quote, under inherent contempt, the individual is brought before the bar of the House by the Sergeant at Arms, tried by the body, and can then be detained either in the Capitol or in D.C., end of quote. Luna wrote in her letter obtained by news outlets. She went on to say in said letter, this process demonstrates the seriousness with which Congress views noncompliance and the potential consequences for those who refuse to cooperate. End of quote. The Justice Department declined to comment on Representative Luna's plans. Inherent contempt hasn't been used in nearly 100 years, and doing so would raise a number of questions. There are no guidelines or House rules for next steps for the Sergeant at Arms or the House, nor is there a protocol for an arrest of a cabinet official protected by an FBI detail. House rules state that, quote, the recalcitrant witness may be arrested and brought to trial before the bar of the House, with the offender facing possible incarceration, end of quote, but do not go into additional details. A 2019 Congressional Research Service report described inherent contempt as a potentially powerful threat, but also a cumbersome, inefficient tool. Representative Luna had long forecast her plans to force the vote. She filed her inherent contempt resolution in early May and promised to force a vote on it within 10 days of the other contempt resolution passing out of committee if the Justice Department did not act to produce the Biden-Hur audio. The quote, the only option to ensure compliance with our subpoena is to use our constitutional authority of inherent contempt. In the next few days, I will call up my resolution holding Attorney General Merrick Garland in inherent contempt of Congress, and I look forward to each of you voting in favor of it. The urgency of this situation cannot be overstated. Our ability to legislate effectively and fulfill our constitutional duties is at stake. We must act now to protect the integrity and independence of the legislative branch, end of quote. And that's what Representative Luna said in her letter. All but one Republican voted earlier this month to hold Garland in contempt, a resolution that acts as a referral to the Department of Justice, which then weighs whether any criminal charges are warranted. The department announced just days after the vote that it would not pursue any contempt charges against Merrick Garland, noting precedent across administrations of both parties not to bring charges against officials when a president has claimed executive privilege over the materials. Merrick Garland earlier this month was critical of the House after it voted to approve the contempt resolution, accusing Republicans of using contempt as a, quote, partisan weapon, end of quote. He said in a statement, quote, "It is deeply disappointing that the House of Representatives has turned into a serious congressional authority in a partisan weapon. Today's vote disregards the constitutional separations of powers, the Justice Department's need to protect its investigations, and the substantial amount of information we have provided to the committees." End of quote. Listen, if y'all are not paying attention to what's going on here, this woman wants the House Sergeant at Arms literally to go and take Attorney General Merrick Garland into custody. All because they want audio tapes of the interview that special counsel had with President Biden. Mind you, they have the full transcript. That's already been provided to them. The full transcript, every word, syllable, letter, and character of what he said in the interview has already been provided to them. They want the audio so that they could use that, chop it up, parcel it out, and use it to go all over Fox News, all over Truth Social, to be used in campaign ads and all kinds of fuck shit. And the Attorney General, although I'm not a fan of Merrick Garland, let's just be clear, but what Merrick Garland said is, "Hey, boo, there is precedent that regardless of whether it's a Democratic administration or Republican administration, if the president says, I'm going to use executive privilege on this, we don't submit it at all, no matter who the president is." That's the precedent. But this has become a fucking three-ring circus. I told y'all, the House of Representatives is fucking Yeehaw Junction over there with a bunch of fucktards that have no intention of legislating at all. None at all. This is a whole fucking stunt. And yet you have Hakeem Jeffries and several Democrats voting to keep these people in power. Remember that? Remember Hakeem Jeffries voted to keep Mike Johnson as Speaker of the House? Racist, bigoted, and discriminatory Mike Johnson, which effectively let shit just keep going like it is. And now we got this fuck shit. I don't know why they voted to keep him. Let this shit go to hell in the handbasket, Hakeem Jeffries. Oh, and talking about, we want to see that, the House continues to function. The shit has not been functioning since this Congress, was installed. There's no functioning over there. Let the shit burn to the fucking ground. But y'all over there trying to play nice with people who don't play nicely. I don't understand the shit. This woman is another one in the cast of characters over there in the fucking three-ring circus y'all have over there. That's what we got going on. They haven't used this in over 100 years. You got to go back to the damn near the 1800s where motherfuckers were literally fighting and going to blows on the floor of fucking Congress. Since the last time they've done some shit like this. But this is what we got going on. This is what we got going on. I'm trying not to get triggered. Let's move on. But I'm gonna keep my ear to the ground on this. I'll keep y'all updated on this. But this could potentially be a mess. A mess. In our last Sugar Spiky story, thank you, sweet 7-pound, 3-ounce baby Jesus. Hold on just 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I had to check something. All right. In our last sugar spiky story, thank you, Lord, I made it through without spiking out. Well, hopefully this one won't make me spike out. Here's the headline. Texas woman arrested accused of trying to drown a 3-year-old Palestinian Muslim child in a possible hate crime. A Texas woman was arrested and accused of trying to drown a 3-year-old Palestinian Muslim child in an apartment complex pool last month after she questioned the child's mother about their country of origin. Police responded to the apartment complex pool in Euless, Texas around 5:44 p.m. on May 19th regarding a disturbance between two women. Quote, upon arrival, officers were told by witnesses that a woman who was very intoxicated had tried to drown a child and argued with the child's mother. End of quote. And that's according to the police. The child's mother, age 32, told police that the suspect, identified as Elizabeth Wolf, 42, questioned where she was from and made statements about her not being American, as well as other racial statements. The Council on American Islamic Relations, or CARE, said in a news release that the mother visibly appeared to be Muslim and she was wearing a hijab and modest swimwear. The perpetrator, Elizabeth Wolf, also asked the mother whether two of the children in the pool were hers before she tried to grab one of them, a 6-year-old boy who was able to get away. Quote, the mother began helping her son when Wolf grabbed the 3-year-old daughter and forced her underwater. The mother was able to pull her daughter from the water. Her daughter had been yelling for help and was coughing up water. End of quote. And that's coming from the police. The Council on American Islamic Relations alleged that the perpetrator, Elizabeth Wolf, also snatched the mother's headscarf off and tried to, while she tried to save her daughter, and beat her with it. Both children were medically cleared at the scene, police said. The perpetrator, Elizabeth Wolf, was arrested on suspicion of public intoxication as she tried to leave the scene. She was charged with attempted capital murder and injury to a child. Police don't believe that Wolf and the victim's mother knew each other before the May 19th incident. The mother, who has only been identified as Mrs. H, said her daughter is traumatized by the incident and hides whenever she opens the apartment door out of fear that the perpetrator will come and immerse her head in water again. This goes on, and I see myself getting triggered. I feel my spikiness coming out right now. Let me tell you something. There would not have been an attempted murder. There would have been a murder, and that would have been that drunk lady who tried to drown my child. Because I promise you, there's nobody nowhere. If I was that mother, that would be able to keep me from fucking that bitch up. I'm just trying to tell you what I know. Right now, they would still, over a month later, be trying to pry me off of that woman from fucking her up. I'm just saying. She tried to drown both of the women, both of her children. Then, when the woman is over there saving her daughter, you snatch the woman hijab off of her head and start hitting her with it. Oh, bitch, I'm gonna drown your ass. And the woman was drunk. Drown that bitch. Drown that hoe. I'm just saying. Drown that bitch. Drown that hoe. Girl. I'm just saying. Girl. First of all, when she asked me, what country are we from? Bitch, who are you talking to? Because you're not talking to me, asking me these silly questions. That's what you're not doing. Girl, let me tell you something. She had the right one. I promise you. I promise you. She had the right one. Because let me tell you something. The way she would be getting her ass fucked up to this day, she would still be getting her ass fucked up to this day. They wouldn't be calling the police for her. They'd be calling the coroner for that bitch. I'm just telling you what I know. They'll be calling the coroner. Don't worry about calling the police. Just call the coroner. Y'all don't need a squad car. Just call the coroner. I'm just telling you what I know. Bring the yellow tarp. Go ahead and bring it. Because that bitch got fucked up. Fucking with me and mine. Yeah, she got fucked up. Fucked up. She had the right one. Just trying to tell you. Anyway, in our pride moment, Universal Goddess. Hey, Universal Goddess said, oh God. Listen, let me tell you something. I already know what the women in my chat, what the mothers in my chat will be doing. I ain't even got to worry. All of the mothers in my chat, I'm telling you, I ain't even got to worry what they would do. Because I know the mothers in my chat would still be whooping that bitch ass. I already know my people. My people right now would still would be beaten. Because see, I got the type of people, they wouldn't kill her right off. They would sit there and torture that bitch for hours on end for fucking with their child. I'm just telling you what I know. In our Black LGBTQ plus history moment of the day for Pride Month, happy Pride Month. In our Pride Month, she would become the lady in the water. Bobbiana say she'll be whooping that ass for years. I'm trying to tell you, I know my people. They don't fuck off. Ravine said, you already know I will go to jail over it. I'm trying to tell you, I know my people. Girl, you tried to drown both her kids? Oh, bitch. She would be in and out of the upper road, child. I know my people. You tried to drown both that lady children. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. 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 Anyway, in our Pride moment of the day, happy Pride Month. Let's quickly learn the story of Ray Douglas McDonald. Ray Douglas McDonald was a running back who played for the Washington Redskins in the National Football League for 2 seasons, 1967 and 1968. McDonald was also one of the first gay athletes in the NFL. Ray McDonald was born on May 7th, 1944 in McKinney, Texas, a Dallas suburb, to Andrew Wilson McDonald and Bessie Mae Walker McDonald. Ray McDonald came from a family of 7 siblings, which included 4 brothers and 2 sisters. The McDonald family moved to Alamogordo, New Mexico in 1950, where he eventually attended Alamogordo High School during his freshman year. He played for the football team while there. The family later relocated to Caldwell, Idaho, where he attended Caldwell High School and played on the school football team, basketball team, and track team. At 6'2", 220 pounds, he was a high school All-American before graduating from Caldwell High School in 1965. McDonald then attended the University of Idaho, where he played fullback for the Idaho Vandals football team. Known as Thunder Ray, he led the nation in rushing in 1967 with 1,329 yards. During his 3 years with the Vandals, he became a 2-time All-American athlete and rushed for 2,916 yards and 39 touchdowns. He also played on the Vandals track and field team, where he participated in the hurdles and discus throws before graduating in 1967 from the University of Idaho with a degree in physical education. In 1967, he was 6'4", 248 pounds, and was drafted by the Washington Redskins in the first round of the draft. He was um he was the personal draft pick of Redskins owner Edward Bennett Williams, and signed a 3-year guaranteed contract of $100,000. Despite a promising career, McDonald became controversial in 1968 when he was arrested by District of Columbia police for having sex with another man in public, with injuries playing a role in shortening his career. As well, McDonald was out of the NFL by 1969. After leaving the league, he returned to school and received a degree in music education at the University of the District of Columbia. He later attended Harvard University, where he received a master's degree in education. He taught music at the Patricia Roberts Harris Educational Center and served as the longtime minister of music at the Christ Holy Tabernacle, both in Washington, D.C. After an extended illness, Ray Douglas died on May 4th, 1993 in Parkland Hospital in Dallas due to AIDS-related complications 3 days after his 49th birthday. And that was Ray Douglas McDonald. And I've never heard of him, y'all. What's so interesting is based on all of the things that I found, he was out in the NFL before it was a thing to be out, especially after he was arrested by the police for having sex with somebody. It was in a bathroom, but he got arrested for having sex in public with another man, and basically, it made the news and was outed and was out from then. And so that basically led to him being, he did get some injuries, but that basically led to them ousting him out of the hey, lovely 31 Blueprint, ousting him out of the NFL. And I'd never heard of his story. Never heard his story. And so many times, they won't tell this. They act like, having gay people in the NFL is a new thing, and it's not. And they don't want to tell us the story of those that came before. So shout out to Ray McDonald. And I say his middle name, Ray. I have to say his middle name, Ray Douglas McDonald, because there's a Ray McDonald in the NFL right now who's currently playing, and I don't want to confuse the two. So yeah. Ray Douglas McDonald, one of our pioneers in LGBTQ plus history. Hey, Harold. Hey. Rolling up in my class late today. Let's get to some celebrity news and gossip. Sha'Carri Richardson is first in the dossier. She, as you all may not, some of you know, some of you all don't know, we are currently in the midst of the U.S. Olympic trials for track and field. Over the weekend, Sha'Carri Richardson, punched her ticket to Paris, to the Paris Olympics in this summer. It's in about 4 or 5 weeks from now. So, and she ran a 10.71, which is the fastest time in the world this year. She has been, she's been doing phenomenal this track season. She is on pace to probably win the gold, barring some type of injury or something that keeps her from winning it. But right now she's the front runner, all puns intended. Shout out to her. We remembered and we talked about her back in 2021 when she was banned from running in the Tokyo Olympics because of her marijuana use. And we also talked about her and some of her, even though she's a lesbian, she had some very homophobic statements about gay men that surfaced at that time. And we talked all about that here, and we drug her for it. She has since, she says she's grown. She's a new person. She's recanted some of her, statements and things like that, that she made about members of the gay community. And, she's doing much better. She has and it shows on the field. So we're watching and monitoring the situation with her. Um, y'all know how I am. It's hard for me to go back and once you show me who you are, I believe you. So but she made some very questionable choices. Some chop it up to her being young, and making some bad choices when she was young. Um, we'll see. But she made the she certainly has made the Olympic team and is slated for um she's the front runner to win gold. Y'all know how these things happen. All the people care about when it comes to athletics a lot of time is whether or not you can win, and all will be forgiven. Um it's it's easy for people to forgive someone when they don't fall in to the group of people that have been offended, because the gay community is a small community, believe it or not, smaller than the black community. So as a marginalized group, it's easy for people that are not within the gay community. And I notice I didn't say the LGBTQ community, I said the gay community, because she is a lesbian, which would make her in the LGBTQ plus community, but she is still homophobic. um and so it's easy for people to forgive and forget when they're not the ones that had to bear the brunt of the offense. So I'm watching it and monitoring it. Um, you know, do your big one, do what you got to do, and we're gonna keep it moving. I'll let everybody make their own judgments. But, ma'am, I saw you 3 years ago, and I still see you now. I'm just saying. Because it's black people who have talked to me about this and said, "Oh, you should be rooting for her. She's a beautiful black queen, and she's running for our country." Da 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 da. And I have to remind them, "Hello, don't forget, she did reveal her homophobia to us some years ago. I haven't forgotten that." So I'm just saying. I'm Cajun. I'm someone who does like the Olympics. Like, I really do enjoy the Olympics. I watch the Olympics every time it comes on, both winter and summer Olympics. I enjoy the Olympics. But it is what it is, and a lot of people don't share my sentiments, and I'm probably in the minority on how I feel about her, because, like I said, people will forgive and forget when they're not in the community that was offended. So long and short of it. Moving on. Go with God. Oh God, dear, this one, dear Lord. Yeah, yeah, Universal Goddess, and she made several. Like, we chronicled it. We posted. We put them all up on this channel when we talked this about the story back in 2021. We went and posted and put all of her all of her. It wasn't even old tweets; they were recent tweets at the time, where she talked about she said some horrible things about the gay community. Horrible things. Like, horrible, like using F bombs and all. Like, it was bad. It was pretty bad. hmm Um this woman is in the news. Lord. Tiffany Haddish. Lord. So she says, she is now sober. She's not drinking anymore, and she revealed that she's been celibate since October. And she was talking in an interview and said, quote, "I think there's cobweb cobwebs down there now. I still go on dates because I love free meals. They all know about each other. I tell them all like I'm dating multiple people. I'm not sleeping with anyone, and we'll see. Like, I would like to, but it's gotta be the right person. Sometimes these men, they reveal a little bit, and you like, nah, nah, I can't do it. End of quote. She also attributed her clear mind to ditching alcohol. We know she was arrested for DUI with 2 DUIs over the last 2 years. Um, she said, quote, in the same interview, she said, quote, sobriety keeps you from making dumb decisions. You can see all the red flags. End of quote. And when she was talking about red flags, she was specifically talking about her time with Common. Um, ma'am, she basically alluded to the fact that she got with Common because she's blaming it on the alcohol. She's on her Jamie Foxx, blaming it on the alcohol. The fact that she didn't see these red flags with Common. She said, quote, the world was locked up, and I think if the world was wide open, I would have been in the streets. I wouldn't have been in that relationship at all. End of quote. I don't, ma'am, 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 ma'am. I don't like you. I don't care for you. I don't want any parts of you. I hate that you are in the news cycle. I hate that you made it into the dossier. We don't like you. We want you to go away forever. Just go the fuck away. Just call it like it is. Common has easy community dick. The man is an easy lay. The man will sleep with anything with a hole. Let's be clear. And you fell victim to it. You are another notch in the belt of many. The man done dated every black woman that has any amount of notoriety. He even was busting down my girl Angela Rye at one point, allegedly during the same time y'all was supposed to be together. The man is community dick. Now, I don't know how big the man's penis is. He don't give me that he's over there large and in charge, but I don't know. I ain't seen the man penis. But the way he gets around, you would think that he had the golden dick. You would think that Common had dick of death, cock of doom. I don't know. Because everybody and they mammy that had done been in rotation. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I guess, you know, when you become when you're a black woman and you become famous in Hollywood, the first thing you do, you go get you go have a rump in the hay with Common. Common is your entry into stardom in as a black woman in Hollywood. Let's just be clear. You want to become famous in Hollywood? Good, just go get your back blown out by Common, you know, once or twice. Let him beat your box in, let him eat your cooter. Let him, you know, munch the cooch. And girl, that's going to, you know, cement your, you know, celebrity status. Like, girl, who has it he slept with? Shit, he might have fucked me for all I know. I don't know. Let me, you know, see what's going on back there. Make sure he fucked me or something like that. The man fucks any and everything with a hole. I'm just saying. Girl. I'm just saying. Child, seriously, let him play in your bushes. Child, I ain't gonna let him play over here in these bushes. He just don't do it for me like that. Common, I'm not saying he's ugly. I'm not saying he's ugly by any stretch of the imagination, but he just don't really do it for me like that, baby. And at this point, since you done been with everybody, I don't even need you as a resume builder. Like, girl, I don't want you on my resume. I mean, unless you pull out something now, if you pull out something and it's real big and it's real inviting, then I might consider it. But I don't feel like you're gonna have nothing that's gonna make me do that. So, sir, go with God. I don't want no parts of it. Sir, why are you here? Girl, put your dick back in your pants. Sir, put your dick back in your pants. We're not gonna do anything. Girl, I'm just saying. I mean, y'all, some of y'all women just fall head over heels for bald heads and a beard. That's all it takes is bald heads, a bald head and a beard, and y'all willing to give up the cooch. I'm just asking. You think he got a lot going on, Ravine? I don't know. I would have to see. I just don't see it. He don't give me none of the attributes that's showing me that he got a lot going on. I ain't saying he don't, but all of the things that I would look for to make me feel like he might have something going on, he ain't got it going on. So I don't see. He give me very regular. He give me his shit is very regular. Anyway, I mean, for a lot of ladies, that's all it takes is a bald head and a beard, and now all of a sudden, y'all, child, girl, I guess that is not all it takes for me, Xavier. You don't know me or my life. Who are you to judge me? Maybe he's an eater. I don't know his life. He might could eat some good box. I don't know. I can see that though, Xavier. I could see him going to town eating some good box because I don't feel like he's giving no good meat like that. Like he don't give me that he's dicking the girls down, but he do give me that tongue action might be something serious, honey. Serious. Girl, I don't know. And I don't care. Baby, now all of a sudden you seeing things. Oh, now that I'm sober, I see red flags. I see what the problem was. Girl, for all of your, now that you can see things, you don't see that we don't like you? Because you sober now and you can see things now. You can't see that we can't stand your ass and we want you to go away forever. You don't see that? Since we seeing things. You don't see that, ma'am? Since you seeing red flags, see the big red flag announcing nobody likes you anymore. Nobody sees it for you. We don't care. And Common, put your dick back in your pants, bruh. Jesus, girl, he do give me weirdo vibes. Diamond Pearl Jim, girl. Just everybody letting him fuck. That's all it takes is a bald head and a beard. Oh, girl. I gotta move on. We still got more in the dossier. Child, these two white people are D-list celebrities. I'm sorry, let me not do that to them. That was offensive. They are not D-list celebrity. They are R-list celebrities. Okay, we're gonna make them all the way. We're gonna say they're R-list celebrities. The man on the right you see is former Disney actor Dan Benson. He used to be on a show called Wizards of Waverly Place. Never seen it in my life. And then on the right, you have former an actress who played on the show The Sopranos, by the name of Drea DiMatteo. Drea De Matteo or Matteo, whatever. So what do they have in common? OnlyFans. So he says that after his nude pictures leaked, he said, well, hell, might as well go, since my shit already out there, might as well go on the OnlyFans. And that's what he did. He said once that my shit was all over the internet and I ain't get a fucking dime for it. Well, hell, since my shit out there now, might as well go ahead and get the people what they want and make a coin off of it. And that's what he did. I'm just saying. He said he wanted to take control of the narrative and make money off of it. And now he's all over the OnlyFans, giving the people what they want. She says according to her, she says she needed to take charge of her own life and become her own boss. And OnlyFans was the mechanism that helped her do it. So she said the people wanted to see my tatas and my box, and I knew that could make me money. So I might as well go ahead and do it before this box and these tatas get wrinkles on them. Girl, let me give the people what they want and be my own boss. And so that's what she did. I promise you, I don't care. I don't want to see your OnlyFans, sir. I don't want to see your OnlyFans, ma'am. I don't give a shit about y'all. I never want to see your OnlyFans. I never want to see you naked. And that's all I got for y'all. Go to fuck with God. I mean, where are the black celebrities that I want to have the OnlyFans? OnlyFans is all the rage at this point. You know, you got Bryce Gray out here. He done listen, he's done became OnlyFans famous. He's probably more famous now for being on OnlyFans than he is for being on Empire. Because every time you look up his booty hole, his nutsack, and his dick is all over the goddamn internet from his OnlyFans. I'm just saying. But I ain't mad at it. Baby, it's a nice piece of coin. And if the people want to see what you got and you can make your money, make your money. But I need I need some real people to come out here that I want to see and give me the OnlyFans I need. Okay. Where's the Lance Gross OnlyFans? Okay. Where's his OnlyFans? Can I get that? Is that too much to ask? Where's the Marlon Wayans OnlyFans? Is that too much to ask? You know, it's a whole group of people who, if we want them to have an OnlyFans that I would love to see, can we put in the chat, who do you want to have an OnlyFans so we could just see what's going on? I just need y'all to put in the chat, whose OnlyFans are we looking to see? That ain't came out yet. I just want to know. I'm just being nosy now. Whose OnlyFans do I want to see? Let me think here. Oh, you know who I would love to have an OnlyFans? You don't want to see a Universal Goddess. His meat is already all over the internet. It ain't all that. His body is all right, but the meat ain't all that. Universal Goddess. I'm just saying. You know who I want to have an OnlyFans? Jacob Anderson, the guy who played Grey Worm on Game of Thrones and who's also the star of Interview with the Vampire. I need his OnlyFans. Yes, ma'am, Cassandra. We need the Trevante Rhodes OnlyFans. Yes, God. We need the Iman Shumpert OnlyFans. Yes, ma'am. Yes, God. Child, I'm sorry to bust your bubble, Universal God. And his meat picture's been out there for a long time too. Ravine says she need Morris Chestnut. I don't need Morris. I need the son because Morris Chestnut's son is fine as fuck. I wouldn't mind seeing Janet balloon again with this time, but this time both longer than 10 seconds. Cole Carr said he want to see Janet. No, we don't want to see Drake OnlyFans. We already seen Drake peen. I don't want no parts of it. None at all. None at all. Can I get a Dwayne Wade OnlyFans? I would like to see it. I want a Dwayne Wade OnlyFans. Can I get that? I'm just saying. Can I get a Shea Gilgis Alexander OnlyFans? Can I get a John Morant OnlyFans? This week asking for OnlyFans. Oh, yes, God. Denzel. Oh, yes, God. John David Washington. Yes, God, L said. We need, but you know, John David Washington got a big ass dick. If you watch the show Ballers, you know he got a big ass dick. L said, no, damn Keith Lee brother. I need to see Keith Lee OnlyFans. That's what I need. Now, they can give me a Keith Lee OnlyFans. Want all parts of Keith Lee's OnlyFans. Sure do. Sure do. Do. All parts of Keith Lee and his OnlyFans. We'll be here for it. All for it. Keith Lee got it. A lot of drunk in the trunk. Yeah, I'm passing on the yellow tuna. BBL Drizzy? No, we don't want no parts of BBL Drizzy. I'll take some Dave East. O'Shea Jackson Jr. I'll let you have him. Child. Cure. Lord. Only if Gabrielle joins him with the strap. You know what? Girl, J. Cole, yes, I'm here for J. Cole OnlyFans. I feel like Drake would culturally appropriate OnlyFans somehow. Not wheelchair Jimmy culturally appropriate. Ooh, Elon Noel. Yes, God, my frat brother would have a sickening OnlyFans. That's a good Kappa man right there, Elon Noel. That's a nice piece of dark chocolate too. Quiet as it's kept. Give me some parts of Jay Ellis as well. Give me some of him. Chance the Rapper. We remember the little piece of his meat that we saw. He ain't got much going. From what we saw, it wasn't a lot going on. I'm not here for it, Chance. Sorry, but your brother, Chance. Give me Chance's brother. Yes. I'm just saying. Listen, we can keep going all day. We have a whole dossier. I know really be what time. Somebody go over there and look and see what time really be going live, so I can see y'all over there. Because y'all gonna see I made y'all leave the class. Right, David Clay, give me the brother. Ew, Tommy from Power. No, ma'am. No God. No parts. None at all. None at all. Dear God, no. Dear God, no. Anyway, we got to go on because we don't want to pause you white people. So over the weekend, a rapper by the name of Fulio, I don't know none of these people. He was gunned down at his 26th birthday party. He was in Tampa. Now he's from Jacksonville, but he was over in Tampa celebrating his 26th birthday, and he was fatally shot. Now they say the incident occurred in the parking lot of a Holiday Inn down to the Tampa, where he had rented a room after an Airbnb party he attended was shut down. He had a party at an Airbnb. It was shut down by police, so he rented out this, space to have a party. And according to his attorney, he was basically ambushed at the hotel. Just hours after his death, his former rival King Harris, yes, that King Harris, the one you see on screen, down in Fraggle Rock, that King Harris. He posted a comment on his Instagram story that seemed to address Fulio's death. And he wrote on his Instagram, "Y'all be safe out here." And many people took that as him being throwing a jab at the man after he had died. Now they had beef with each other because Fulio said that King Harris was not really gangster like he was trying to say he was, and questioned his gangster credentials. And in response to and this was in response to a video where King Harris actually got into a fight with his daddy over his background and whether or not he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth and all of that. And Fulio wrote, quote, "I don't get why Jit want to be gangster. You grew up with a silver spoon." End of quote. They had beef. The people and so the people saw that Instagram post. Y'all be careful out there, as King Harris trying to throw a final jab at this man after he had passed away. And the people are saying, "Bro, you might want to keep your mouth closed, King, and realize that shit is real out here. This man just got gunned down in cold ass blood, and you out here throwing jabs as if the people can't touch you and won't come and you won't have the same thing happen to you." So the people are it's a lot of comments that people left under his video, under his little post saying, "Bro, you might want to keep it cute and keep your mouth closed because the people can't touch you and if they need to." The people absolutely can touch you. King Harris is a whole fucking. He's everything wrong with our community. He's just everything wrong. Everything wrong with our community. And just like they was able to touch this young man, baby, you can get touched. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The people already don't see it for you. The people already want to embarrass you. I'm just saying. It ain't even, first of all, most people ain't even try that are living in the hood or thugged out against the ain't trying to be like that. Want to go and have money and have parents that got something, so they don't got to be over here, you know, having their life threatened on a day-to-day basis. Child. King Harris is a whole clown. He's a clown. He's also an extra, one of the background extras on Fraggle Rock. Down to Fraggle Rock, down to Fraggle Rock. That's what he is. I'm just saying. You say he snuck onto Earth. There's no explanation. I believe it. Cams, I believe it. But I blame his raggedy ass mammy and pappy. I'm just saying. I blame his raggedy ass mammy and pappy. Girl, we don't have this type of time. We don't like you, sir. King Harris, go with God. We can't tell Fulio to go with God. He may have already gone. May he rest in peace. Prayers and condolences to his family, friends, and loved ones. Kenya Barris is being sued by his sister. So yeah. His estranged sister Colette is suing him, claiming he ruined her reputation in Hollywood when he started allegedly trash talking her around Hollywood. He was sued by her back in 2022. She accused him of breaching an agreement prohibiting them from trash talking each other to third parties. She claimed her successful producer brother broke the agreement when he allegedly called her a quote no talent hack, end of quote. According to the lawsuit, quote, in and around June 2022, Kenya stated to a third party that Colette was a 70-year-old no talent hack. End of quote. She also claims that Kenya told people she had not earned the right to be a show creator and wanted to go to the front of the line. And it goes on and on and on. She's suing him. What's gonna come out of it? I don't know. I really don't care. I think Kenya Barris's, his time at the top may have already come and gone. Grownish was okay, but it did not have the same acclaim as Blackish, and many people had issues with Blackish. Blackish was okay for me. I didn't really have a problem with it, but we've yet to see what's next for him. The sister's suing him because she's trying to make her own Hollywood career. I think you should have left the sister alone and not badmouth the sister. Even if you felt she was a hack or you felt she wasn't shit, just keep your mouth closed and people will find out. If she ain't shit, trust me, the people will find out. But now you got to go to court. And even if you come out successful, you still have to put money up to go and fight this court case. So, and it doesn't look well for you to be bad mouthing your sister. I'm just saying. I never watched the Netflix show Black as Fuck. Cam say Blackish wasn't for him. He couldn't get into it. Well, I didn't watch those shows. He's gonna put on a show about it and call it court-ish starring lawyer with the biracial wife. You know what? I'm not doing this with you, Spicy Original. I'm not doing this with you. Well, listen, I don't know how this gonna turn out. It doesn't bode well for you though. It just makes you look like a fucked up ass brother. Even if you and your sister don't have a good relationship, you could just keep your mouth closed and not badmouth the lady. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Anyway, go with God. In our last story of the day, because I got to send y'all over to really be. Um, Not Coonish is gonna be his next show. You know what, Cams? um, the people are saying that um, y'all's girl, y'all's girl, y'all's girl. Y'all know how much she makes my ass itch. Um, y'all's girl. Um, um, that hoe over there, Belle Calise. Mm-hmm. Y'all's girl, Belle Calise. They say she pregnant with her third child from Offset. Um, I don't know. I don't care. She seemed to be popping kids out real easy. We still waiting for you to pop out a goddamn album. She gonna get bust down and pop out a whole bunch of kids, but can't manage to pop out an album. But y'all keep giving her money. Y'all keep making her relevant. Ain't had an album the first, but y'all keep making her relevant. She over here every 2 months. Oh, I don't like Offset. Oh, we ain't together. Oh, he ain't shit. But you keep getting your back blown out by him, raw dogging it with him, allegedly getting pregnant by him again. Nobody believes you. You are ain't shit ass, fucked up ass motherfucker. I don't like you. I never have liked you. And I've always thought you were a piece of trash, Belle Calise. You are the least of us and the worst of us. You are fucking trash. You're a fucking gutter snipe right up out the hood who these people have elevated to make you think that you are important. Fuck you. Fuck your existence. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm just putting it out there. She's a trash bag whore skank. Score. That would be the skank and whore together. She's a trash bag score. Not skank whore. Who was a scripper. Hey, Omar, that y'all elevated to make her think she was somebody because she had a garbage ass song with third grade rhymes and lyrics. And y'all elevated her to this diamond status as if she was the next big thing. And the bitch ain't put out an album the first. The bitch ain't shit. Y'all let this non-black woman use the N-word all over the place. The bitch ain't shit. She's gutter trash off of fucking Love and Hip Hop that y'all made this elite person. Still ain't got a fucking album the first. Popping out kids. Saying all of the inflammatory and wrong shit all over everywhere, but y'all make her popular. Fuck that bitch and fuck her life. I'm sorry. What happened? What had happened? I'm sorry. I had a moment. I'm sorry. I apologize. I gotta send y'all over to really be before I find myself in more trouble cussing out Belle Calise. Cause I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like her. And y'all not gonna make me like that bitch. I do not like her. I'm not trying to like her. I don't want to like her. There are no redeeming qualities about her. None. Girl. I do not like her. Anyway, let me send y'all over to Really Beat. Listen, that's all I got for y'all today. That is all I got for y'all today. Anyway, I thank y'all so much for being over here today. If you had a good time today, go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat. Put a 27 in the chat. I enjoyed you, my lovely pupils. I enjoyed each and every one of you all. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. Y'all stay right there. I'm going to send you over to Really Be, and we'll see you tomorrow. Actually, I'm supposed to be live tonight at 9:30 with It's Me D. We're going to talk about the movie Saturday Church. So anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. Hold right there. I'm gonna send y'all over to Really Be.